protecting me, man. They ain't got it bumping. Yeah. The boys are the ones who hustle in silence.
Hi, good people. So today we'll be learning about Python data types. So we'll just be focusing on strings, integers, and tuples. So the first thing that you have to do is open our IDE. So in my case, I'll go with PyCharm community version. Okay. So if you don't have PyCharm on your machine, you can use Visual Studio Code, or you can use PyCharm. If you don't know how to install those two, I have video links in the description, which you can just use to install PyCharm or Visual Studio Code. But to be able to follow along with us, you can just use PyCharm, because I'll be using PyCharm in this one. So let's wait for it to open up. Okay, so this is what you should get if you installed PyCharm. So I'll just click on new project. And then I'll just write starting out with out with Python, and then I just click on create. Okay, nice. So our PyCharm is already opened. So just click on Control A to mark everything, and then backspace. Okay, so strings are the simplest to learn, as they are used to store binary data that can be printed out. To define a string, you either use double quotes like this, or you can use single quotes. Okay, so either way, double or single, it's a string. So I just write a string like this. This is a string. Okay, nice. So this is also a string. Let me just make them different. This is also a string. So in order for me to print out this string in my terminal, I'll need to use a Python built-in function, which is the print function, open bracket, and then close bracket. Okay. Okay, so in order for me to print out this string, I'll have to use a Python built-in function, which is the print function. Print, open bracket, and then close bracket. Make sure that when you use the print function, you always open and close the brackets. Okay, so I'll need to print out this one too. Use the print function. Okay, open bracket, close bracket, and then click on run so that it can display on my terminal. Click on run. As you can see, this is the first string, this is the second string. So a string can contain anything as long as it is enclosed in double quotes or single quotes. So I just write print. Okay, maybe 1 2 3. Okay, so this is also a string. or maybe I can say print, okay, hi, 89. Okay, so this is also a string as long as it is enclosed in double quotes or single quotes. I just click on run. Okay, those are the strings displaying. Take note of the spacing here. So anything that you enclose in the string, it just prints out everything as it is. You understand? So you should know about that. And then we also have integers. So integers are just numbers. You understand? But they are numbers that don't have a decimal. So they're just simple numbers. They don't have decimals. So one type of an integer can be 1, can be 256, can be 287. Those are integers. Okay, and then we also have doubles. So doubles, they have decimals. So maybe 12.3. This is a double. 123.4. This is also a double. You understand? So that's the difference between numbers and integers and doubles. So in order for us to print out a number which is an integer, print, okay, open and close brackets, maybe 1 2 3. Okay, this is an integer. Print print let's say 256. This is also an integer. Okay, so print, let's say 231.6. This is a double. Print, okay, 12.2. This is okay. Let's say okay, nice. So this is also a double. I'll just run so that you can see everything in action. Okay, as you can see, they're all displaying. So how do we know that this is a double, this is an integer, this is a string? Okay, let's say maybe I take the first one and say type. Okay, take this one too, type. No, type. Okay, nice. Okay, let's take this one too, type. Hey, what's that now? Type. Okay, and then write another type for this one, which will be a double or a float. Still the same thing, double and a float. Okay, let's take type. Okay, so let's print out everything. Let's run. As you can see, the first one, it says the class is a string. So this one is a string. And then the other one, which is the number 1 2 3. So it says its class is a string. That's because it is inside double quotes. So that is why it is a string. And then we have this one, type 1 2 3. This one, it says it is an integer because it doesn't have decimals. And then we have these two, type 231.6, which is class is a float. And then we have this one, type, which is 2444, which is also a float. So okay, let me just delete this one. Okay, and delete. Oh my, okay, let me just delete everything here. Okay, let's delete this type. Okay, this is a string, and then let me try to add a string and an integer so that you can see the difference between the two. Let's click on run. As you can say, can only concatenate string, not int, to string. So let's say we want to add the two, which is 1 2 3, which is a string, and also 1 2 3, which is an int. So if you want to add these two, we will write int for this one, so that you can convert this one to an integer. Okay, so now let's run it again. Okay, so we also talk about how to convert strings to integers or integers to strings, because if maybe I want to add them as strings, I can just delete this one and then maybe convert this one to a string. Okay, nice. So it doesn't add the sum, it just adds the strings, more like adding words, like this one. Let's say my name. Okay, let's put in a space here. Okay, it adds strings. Let's say string. Okay, let me write my surname. Okay, let's convert it to a string. Oh, wait, what's this now? Okay, so I can add the two, but in this case I don't need to use this one. I can just leave it as it is, like this, and then click on run. Okay, I think that's it for strings, integers, and floats. So see you on the next video where I go deep about strings, integers, doubles, and add variables. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you.
One love. Yeah. Shout out to wonke umuntu ongazi recently. And shout out to my haters too. Abangizondela for nothing.